Hey, what is up guys? I got a really cool new piece of gear that I want to demo out for you. And it's a Rivera RM-1 loop switcher and channel switcher and all kinds of, it switches all kinds of cool stuff. So gonna show you what it does and show you how I use it. It's really awesome. Okay, so what we have here is a basic view of my pedal board, which is sort of new and improved. And I'm doing things a little bit differently than I was before because I'm constantly changing stuff, so I don't know, I never stick with one thing, I think probably for more than 2 or 3 weeks or something. Then I get some other sound in my head and I start messing with it, I don't know. Maybe I'll eventually get something set, but anyway. So let's talk about the Rivera. So the Rivera is made by a company called G-Lab, and I believe they're from Poland. But they're made for Rivera, but this is basically identical to a G-Lab product called the GSC, or Guitar System Controller, I'm sorry. And it actually says that down here. You probably can't see it, but it says it down here. Anyway, what it has is 4 effects loops, and then a guitar in and out. And basically, what you can do is use this thing to switch on and off those individual effects loops to control pedals. Obviously, it's generally intended for use in the front of the amp, because that's where you're losing the tone most of the time. So I'm actually using it in the effects loop, and that's just because it suits my specific purpose. But you can use it in the front, you can use it in the effects loop, you can actually link 2 of them together and use one in the front, one in the effects loop, or however you want to do it. But anyway, so I'll just show you how I'm using it, and it's really easy to use, which is one of the things I like about it. It's not super difficult like a MIDI programming system or something. It's just it's really easy. It's, you know, you're analog, you push buttons, and it changes stuff. So anyway, what I have is, you see I have 5 different banks here, bank A through E. For me, I sort of go from like clean sounds to dirtier sounds, from left to right. Because when we're on stage and I'm trying to sing and play guitar and play lead guitar and everything, it gets real confusing if I have to step on 40 million pedals. So anyway, these 4 pedals that are above it here are in the loop. There's a Fender 63 Reverb, which I just think is a fantastic reverb pedal, made by Boss, and the digital delay that I've had forever. The Ibanez chorus flanger, because it's just a honky, weird sounding chorus, and I don't know, I kind of like it. And the EQ, which I'm using on the dirty channels to smooth everything out, and also add a little bit of a high-mid texture to it, because I think that guitar sticks out better. Anyway, so bank 1 is my clean channel, and it's got reverb and delay on it, and it sounds kind of like this. And I use that a whole lot for, you know, nice pretty picking and stuff, you know. Okay, then we'll go over to bank 2, or bank B, this is the clean channel as well, but this has reverb and chorus, so there's no delay. And I use this for more like when I want to get a little bit of more of a staccato thing and I don't want the delay getting in the way. So, you know, maybe something like this. So also a pretty cool sound. Now we're going to go over to bank C, and this is where my dirty sound starts, so you're going to hear some hum from the amp. But the cool thing about this is it uses relay switching, so you can actually switch the channels on your amp if it has just your 1/4 inch ends jacks. I'm switching my dual rectifier is what I'm using right now. So I'm going to go to bank C, and what I've done is switched over to the red channel. And now all that's on is, it's like I said, it switched to the red channel, and it's using the EQ pedal in the last loop because I like it to kind of, I don't know, smooth things out a little bit. The rec is really, really harsh. So here's just some riffage. So it's just that simple. So we'll go to bank D, which is the same channel and also with the EQ on, but this time I turn the delay on. Because every now and then I want to do something with the delay on and it not be at full lead guitar sound. So anyway, here's what that sounds like. Alright, and then we'll go over to bank E, which is my lead guitar sound. This is the orange channel, and I usually keep the volume louder on this because of obviously because of the lead guitar purpose. It's the orange channel, so the tone's a little different. It's a little smoother, it's louder, there's more mids, and the delay is on as well as the EQ. Because I put delay on pretty much all my guitar solos. So anyway, here's what it sounds like. Okay, so that's all the basic settings. Let's talk about some of the stuff that the thing does. So go over to bank 1 here, or bank A. So basically when you want to switch something, it's as simple as you go down to your loop button here, you just press it, it starts flashing. You pick which loops you want on, let's say I want the chorus on or whatever, you know. And once you've got everything selected, you just hit the loop button again, and that's it, it's saved. And you're probably thinking, oh, if I accidentally hit that with my foot, well, there's actually a button over here that you can press, and it's the lock button. And so you can't do it with your foot while you're on the fly. I just have it off right now so I can show you. And the same thing with the switch. You just hit the switch button, pick which relay switch you want, and it'll change your channels for you. And that's which I think is pretty awesome. That was actually probably my favorite part about it, is it switches the channels and the effects at the same time. And then it'll also switch MIDI devices, but I'm not that high tech, so I don't use it for that. So the other really important thing for me is that it has a tuner out. And I don't have my tuner actually on right now because sometimes it makes a little bit of noise. But if you just step on these two buttons together, you see it flashes. And what it does is it mutes your guitar, so you can hear. That's just my string. It just continues to send that to the tuner so you can tune silently on stage, which is really awesome. And then when you want to go back, you can hit any of these banks and it'll just go directly back to it. There's no fuss, no mess. It's really easy to use. So yeah, that's basically what I'm doing with it. It's a sweet pedal, and I like it a whole lot. I'm using it, like I said, with the dual rectifier right now, but I did actually just get an artist thing with Splawn Amplification, which is a cool company out of Dallas, North Carolina. So you should definitely check them out. I think their website is splawnguitars.com. They make great hot rodded amps, so they're making a custom shop amp for me right now. And anyway, yeah, hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I'll do my best to answer them. And alright, I'll catch you next time.